Hi, in this video I'm going to solve for you question 6 from lab 3, which is called selection. Let's read the question together. Write a C++ program which generates a random number between 1 and 10. Assume here the 1 and 10 are included. Then it asks the user to enter a guess. If the input matches the generated value, the user wins, otherwise he or she loses. Here we have combination of two things to understand. First, understand how to deal with random numbers, and then how to use the selection, which is using if statement here, if else. So talking about the random number, let's assume here we are going to generate the number between the range 1 and 10. To do that, we need to have a variable where we are going to save our randomly generated number within this range. So put integer x equals. The equation that will be used to generate this number is using a function called rand. And remember, after the rand modulus, here always we put the value of how many values we have in this range. So how many values we have in the range from 1 to 10, it's easy to know, it's 10 values. But assume you have big range. For big range, it will be easier for you to declare two other variables, minimum and maximum. The minimum in your range here equals 1. The maximum in your range here equals 10. So the value that we usually put it here, it is maximum minus minimum plus 1. So this will be easier for you to understand for huge ranges. Then we put plus. After the plus, we put our minimum. So actually here the minimum is 1, we put it. In case we're starting our range from 0, so there is no need for the plus minimum. So like this here, we created our random number. Okay? Something that you need to know, if I write my code like this for the random number and you will try to display your number, which we also call it the seed, if you execute your code more than one time, you'll find that this seed is not changing. To change the seed, we need to use another function which is called srand, and usually it's used before the rand function. And for that, we are going to use a parameter which is called time. Here we choose the time because we need to change the seed, and we know that the time is changing. So when we use the time here, time function, as a parameter of the srand, we need in our code to include a library which is called ctime. So this is all here what you need to understand about the random number, how to generate it, and just to call the srand to change the seed each time you execute the code. Now comes to the next part, which is just now ask the user to enter a guess. So for that, I need to declare a variable called guess and ask the user to enter that value. Please enter a guess. Then read the value using cn. And after we get the guess from the user, now we need just to check if the input matches the generated value. This checking, we need to use if statement. And our condition, if I want to check if the value entered by the user matches the randomly generated number, it means just I want to check the equality. So if guess equal x, just we will display for the user you win. So cout, you won. Otherwise, using the else, cout, you lose. So like this the code is ended. Let's try to run it together.